It's like a nice white gaming. I don't know what your other chair looked like, but it was like a nice white gaming looking chair.
Yeah, this one's all white.
Yeah, you sent me a snap of it.
This one will stain everywhere if I get anything on it.
It will.
Except white, which is what he wants.
Dude, those things are fucking expensive.
I bet, dude. They're all the rage.
Mine was like, yeah,
You got speakers built into that thing? A little vibration?
No, it doesn't have any of that shit. I don't need that.
It just needs that lumbar support.
Yeah.
No, I took the lumbar support off.
Grundle
I don't
fan?
fit in it correctly.
Oh,
Is it 'cause you...
got them
Big dick.
wicked muffin top, pushing it back a little.
Absolutely not, but I feel you.
My big dick's fucking with my lumbar.
Yeah, dude, I get...
Yeah, man.
It's like
you want
all
to
I
get a
do.
dick
It's
reduction.
not like long. It's like very internal. it's like poking me.
Yeah,
in my
instead,
rear.
just pull out that pillow and just reach it around and pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
His
Second
center
toe.
balance is off, man.
Yeah, it's just weird.
What's
Great.
the topic, Patrick?
Yeah, that's a good way to segue. Now that'll be the 440 hertz conspiracy. Well,
There's only 365 days in the year, and they all hurt. So why are we at 465?
oh man,
This is HZ.
yeah, dude, easy,
Yeah, it
not
hurts.
D, A, Y's.
Oh.
But yeah, the 432 versus
I
the
thought
440.
they had more places than that. I've been to a lot of Hertz in my day.
Dude, I hate Hertz, the car rental service.
None of them.
I'll tell you why later, because of legal reasons.
What'd you do? Crash your car?
No.
This is what it's about. They charged him $430
Because
extra.
their radios
Yeah.
are set.
$440 for a night.
Yeah.
And the radios are set to only 440 hertz with arched my chakras. Sorry, keep going. What?
Hey, dude, you're fucking with me. Anyway, so there's really two camps in this 440 or 432 versus 440 hertz.
I feel like there's a lot
Conspiracy?
more campsites at this campground.
Yeah,
that we're
what kind
ignoring.
of tents are they using? Is it a drive-in? Like
A logical
RV park?
ones. You know, the square ones, Cabela's, Coleman, a nice Coleman tent.
Okay.
Spared no expenses. Anyway, the 432 hertz versus 440 hertz conspiracy is basically the fact
5G?
that essentially that frequency and electromagnetics can actually like affect your brain and
Probably.
what happens. Yeah. Now, the two camps would be that there is the positive side, which people who believe that 432 hertz is actually more, you know,
These don't have weed in them, right?
resonance. No,
Good.
except it's called a high chew. So
Well, no, I love high chews, but
You gonna tell me about these
Yeah,
fucking
go on. I'm waiting.
Hoyts?
I'm waiting. Educate me.
anyhow, the two camps. You know, the people who think that the 432 hertz are more of a spiritual healing, goes in line with the Fibonacci sequence. There's a whole list of things that they believe that it goes to.
Like-
My favorite
like
one.
gong healing.
Well, yeah, essentially it'd be like if you were to, there's been apparently scientific studies that have shown that 432 beats or hertz during musical like therapy sessions actually help to reduce stress and anxiety. Although I don't know if that's
Is that one
because
paper by Dr. Oh God, I haven't written down. I'll have to look it up. There's a paper. It's just one lady who did 2 studies with 30 people to see if the effects of music made them happier.
it could be. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All I know is
Keep
that
going.
there has been evidence to state that that has happened, but I also don't know if that's just because you're playing music in a therapeutic environment and you're just naturally going to be like a little less stressed than, you know, if you're doing normal things.
I wasn't very convinced by the article that like they also said there weren't many actual test subjects. It was like a random sampling of 30 people or something.
Yeah, but that kind of goes into like what Patrick was saying. Like, if you go into like get a massage, they have soothing music playing for the like to set the mood for you to be like, I feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Besides somebody rubbing you down too, but you know,
I think
Rub
the
and tug.
research more points to the soothing music being the thing,
Right.
less the
yeah.
My mind's in an octave level that is very equivalently ratio.
But okay, but if you tell somebody that,
you can
they're going to be
placebo
like,
the hell out of them.
oh, I'm supposed to start feeling good. You know, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be spiritually enlightened. So they're more susceptible to be
Well,
like,
have you ever been to a massage place?
Yeah.
Or like a and like you get in there and everything smells like, you got that like nice
eucalyptus
lavender, that lavendery
essential oils.
oils.
There's a lot of sweat
A
to
lot
cover
of
up in that. place.
humidity is very
Why would you be
involved
sweating?
in this.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, why would you
What
be
kind of
sweating?
massages
Because
do you
people
have?
are literally squeezing the oils out of your
Kind of
face.
massage.
I don't know what kind of massage you're getting. That's,
Yeah,
that's not.
That's what happens when somebody
Nobody's like,
puts
let
pressure on
me
you."
wring you dry real quick, and just like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, no, that's it. They're wringing you dry.
Yeah.
If you're not dry.
Listen,
by
I
the
think
end
you're
of
getting a
massage.
different kind of massage, man. If you have liquids coming out of you.
Yeah, that's a little concerned.
It's just, yeah, dude, it's like
Those are just
a
little
weird,
water content.
like a nasty lemon press.
Oh, that's my massage parlor. The nasty lemon press.
Yum.
Jesus.
Keep going, yeah.
Yeah.
magical
Okay,
shit.
so
Oh,
obviously.
I like your shirt.
Well, thanks, bud.
Hopefully, we all get one.
But yeah.
Big shot. Now I got a new job.
Anyway,
Ooh.
the vast majority of these guys in the 432 camp, have that same, like the spiritual and harmonic benefits of that. There's also apparently at 432 hertz is the sum of 4 consecutive prime numbers, 103 plus 107 plus 109 plus 113 equals 432. So sacred
I think
geometry.
You can add a bunch of different numbers to get that.
Oh,
Yeah,
could
that's
you?
coincidence, man.
No. I
How
think
many?
that, no. Prime numbers, though. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah,
prime numbers
that's-
are like
Oh,
sacred,
what's a prime
sacred,
number, Pat?
sacred geometry. It's what you can
Super
divide
high
by
prime
one
number.
in itself. Am I right? Is that it?
What'd
It's
you
only
say?
divisible by one in itself.
Yeah. That's how, like, they use super high prime numbers to do, like, encryption and, like, security things. That's, like, used by, like, computer scientists for that stuff. But, I mean, that's just, like, because, they're so hard to...
Yeah. Or is it evidence that there's a higher?
Hey, what's the next prime number? Maybe that number's more special.
No,
'Cause if you add all five of those,
you see, but it
it's
doesn't
more.
add. It doesn't add up to 432
But what
hertz.
if you had just 3 of them? That could be a special number.
It could be, but this one is 4 consecutive.
Yeah,
prime
but this
numbers.
one.
I think
So
that's
there's 4.
Go ahead.
It should be
But-
3 numbers if it's sacred geometry, not 4.
4 is the Trinity.
I thought it was something about 3, yeah, and it had to
Hey,
do
man,
with...
Alien, the quadrilogy had 4 movies.
Yeah,
And it had to do something with,
1,
like-
2, resurrection.
And it had to do something with, like, Pythagorean theorem,
Well,
where they were
yeah,
just like,
there is,
it adds up to
where-
180, blah, blah, blah.
Oh god, I have it in here somewhere. There's an equilateral triangle that has the area and parameter equal to the square root of has the perimeter equal to the square root of 432. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I think we all understand the math here, right?
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you got
Took a lot of math in college.
the area and the
I didn't
perimeter
do well in them, but I took them.
Same.
equal the square root of 432. All right, so there's more of that. But really, let's go back to what the hertz actually stands for, because though hertz would be
You want a
vibrations
Hertz donut?
per minute. That hertz is vibrations per minute. So in 440 hertz per minute, or vibrations per minute, that's what 440 does. 432, obviously. 432. But
Good.
the real thing is that we needed to use a lot.
Are you guys gonna kiss? What? Why? What the hell is this? Why you guys look?
Pat's leaning in,
Yeah.
licking his lips a lot. Like, all right. So
Looking at
440.
Yeah. If I say it enough times, he'll subconsciously want to kiss me.
432 square root of some
really-
consecutive prime
You know,
number.
Those really hurt. Those 440.
Yeah. You want to hurt donuts?
Sorry. Yeah. Well, music,
so-
sound, audio.
So okay.
Vibrations.
So here's another thing. So the whole thing is that it's the tuning for 440 hertz is the A above middle C, right? When you got the A above middle C, I think.
I don't understand any of this, but I did write a lot of this down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either
Not
way.
music theory.
Dude, I thought
So-
if anybody would understand it would be you more.
The music theory.
Like the whole, like the frequencies and all that.
No, the tuning frequencies I'm not good at. Frequency response.
Oh, okay.
I'm in.
Boom. Anyway, so at the C would be technically, if you had an A at 432 hertz, the C or the middle C would be roughly around 256 hertz, which is down, which connects down to 8 hertz from 256, 125, or 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, and that is technically the heartbeat of the Earth, or the Schumann resonances, which are...
Okay, where are you getting this heartbeat of the Earth? What is that based off
And
of?
who's the Schumann resonance?
No, the Schumann
I can
resonance. So
kinda
you have that?
explain.
You have the
Yeah.
Schumann resonance?
The Schumann resonances are extra low frequency
Yep.
electromagnetic resonances caused by the discharge of static electricity, mainly in lightning, etc., between the ground
In
and
the ionosphere, wherever it
But
shifts.
Okay.
he's talking about the general, that is the lowest frequency consistently related to the Schumann frequencies
Yeah, which
that are
is
even
7
lower extra low frequencies.
It's like 7 point whatever, but
It's
it's
7.83 hertz.
within.
Do you need to change your pants?
No.
Because he's creaming them. Is what
Yeah.
he's saying. Yeah. Go
I'm
on.
sorry. I've just been listening to Pat tell me about this for a little bit. It's like, okay, here's a thing that is a thing that exists.
Okay. Okay.
Well, don't let me stop you. Continue, sir. If you know.
Oh, yeah, so the standard going off of their sacred geometry bullshit would be
That's your
420.76 hertz.
Well.
That would be the ideal frequency based on their shit with the actual Schumann ratio.
Okay.
But 432 works better because back in the past, other people said it was cool.
Well, it's just the weird connection though is that it's like if you have 432 hertz would be middle C, the actual where you like the center octave or like whatever would be
Right.
within 256 hertz, which then you can common denominator down to 8. But the Schumann resonance is like the one that he's talking about is like 7.83 or 7.93 or something.
Can you even
in that.
do points like 10th place?
I don't know. That was just what it
hertz?
said. It's like
Okay.
it seems like they kind of what do you call
Because
it?
once you
Round
get
up,
into the Schumann
essentially.
stuff, you're doing scientific frequencies.
Right.
You're not, yes, we tuned to 7.8.
Right.
It's like, okay, this is the vibration of the electromagnetic waves at this point in the ionosphere in regards to what's happening and the charges coming through and the actual magnetic sphere of the Earth and all that jazz.
Now, of course, during all of this, there were like weird standard tunings throughout history where they would start with 435, or it would it's a long range of like what the standardized tuning is for everybody because you'd use the tuning forks to tune up your whole orchestra and whatever. Well, in 1939 there was the Italian. Oh no, but they had there was a meeting in London and the Italian. Do you remember this?
I think it happened before then, as far as I'm aware.
Well, it was like
It was like in
1930.
the late 1800s, the Italian orchestral something.
Oh,
or
they were the
another
ones. Yes.
wanted to declare 440 as standard, and people didn't really want to, but it just kind of happened anyway.
Yeah, and then fast forward to like 1939, it gets solidified at some conference in London, and this is where the conspiracy stuff starts to come into play because during that time they said there's talk that Goebbels, the Nazi,
One writer named Horowitz claims that Goebbels.
yes, Goebbels had realized there was some
Sounds
sort
like
of
something you name your pet gerbil.
mind. There was some sort of you could either mind control or you could almost like
little Goebbels.
Sorry.
Hey, don't stop me from having a good time, or don't let me keep you, really.
Okay, keep telling us about Goebbels and his magic.
Anyway,
tune.
he wanted the Nazis were then, hey, we could use mind control. There's like very occult stuff within the Nazis. They were hoping to
CIA
be able
too.
Yeah. Well, this is also in the 1940s. Guess who are also prominent figures? Some of our conspiratorial family members. Maybe the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds.
The surviving sloths.
Ooh, maybe even the DuPonts, possibly. All I know
The
is that at around this time, that's when they think that there might have been a push for the Third Reich and other unsavory characters who.
Could you find anyone other than Horowitz saying this? Because I can't.
There's a lot of people who reference this, and hey, this is the
Yeah,
thing.
there's a lot of people who reference Horowitz, but I sure as hell can't find anyone else
Well,
saying it happened.
Now let's move on, as you
Okay.
don't believe
Did
the.
you use DuckDuckGo?
Yeah, did you use DuckDuckGo?
I don't
It's
know.
I don't
unbiased.
think you did, 'cause
When I compared
I-
it right to Google, they brought the same searches.
Oh, did you?
I was just like, I don't know how.
That's just suppression. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If you're gonna make a search engine, just piggyback off another search engine.
It's a browser, not a search engine. Keep going.
But yeah. So now I'm just going to show you guys. So obviously, you know, you might not believe that sound can just make people go insane or anything.
Oh, I think it can.
Yeah, you think it can? Because I also think that there's a little bit more to sound
tuning in my music can.
Yeah,
I think
but for
concentrated sound
extended
wave
periods of
directed
time,
at my face
Straight
probably
up,
can.
yeah.
think about it though. At extended periods of time and like really high frequencies and long bursts, like you could probably do some damage.
Well, there's that one. I don't know if it was a study or like an accident
Is that
that
related
happened.
to the fact that you're shooting high frequency sound at people, or that it's 440 hertz?
I mean, who knows? It's 440. It's the natural shift. You know, you only need a little bit to.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, there was that one
Offset the
thing that
rate.
happened where they were studying frequencies or like vibrations off of something in that lab, and it was like a vibration at like 7 something or 18.
700. Well,
No, it's low. It's super low,
Oh.
but it causes them to have like psychosis and experience paranormal stuff. So they thought the lab was haunted.
Yeah.
But in reality, they realized that there was like a frequency coming off.
Yeah.
That was basically like shaking their eyeballs to cause them to see like certain things around them, like ghosts and stuff like that. And
That's
so,
neat. I haven't heard.
yeah,
that.
if you go
What
on,
was that? The super low frequency, or it's 440 hertz?
no, it was this. It was what I'm saying is the frequency causes this effect on your body to like oscillate your eyeballs to think, you know, and the only way you're trying to like interpret it is like there must be ghosts in here,
Yeah.
but in reality, it's just like some dust particles that are just more prevalent in your
Yeah.
vision because they're
I'm
shaking.
not saying sound can't do stuff. I'm just saying 440 hertz to 432 hertz can't do nothing.
Right. I think maybe it's not to the level of extreme where it's just like 430 is going to have a spiritual awakening, but you going in with the mindset of that and then just like hearing this, well, it's either some kind of like, you know, association with it that you're just like, oh yeah, like I am feeling better. I am
See,
open
but a
to
lot of other music is done at tons of different tunings.
But
There have
people
been,
say
the
that they have
standard Western tuning is 440.
Yeah, but
If
you can
go
do it
through-
at anything.
right. And
That's up to you.
I'm just saying, I think that maybe that it is having an effect on them in a certain way that maybe they, you know, like how some people describe that the way they hear a song or a certain band play, they're just like, it opens something in me spiritually that makes me feel like Zen or whatever.
Or there's certain music that you like, you know, I like that kind of like that. I
Gets
don't
you in
know,
the zone.
offbeat, you know? There's like an offbeat that like I like that type of music that is the offbeat, but some people really like that like da, 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 I don't know, like doesn't have any drums and they like the melodic stuff, you know?
Or like classical music is like for focus and study.
So we're saying
Yeah,
that
but you're gonna
maybe
listen to
you
rap
just have
to-
a preference for it, or going along with that bias, you're hearing something you've already heard and been relaxed to in a way that you haven't heard as frequently because
Right.
440 is very common. Maybe you're like, ooh, look at that. That was like a pizzazzy version.
Right.
Now, throw this into the mix. Chakras. You know, sacred points that have their
As
own.
far as I'm concerned, that's like opening a can of air and
Okay.
going, and then add to dish.
Well, okay, one, because like in the 432 hertz thing, they're talking about that the whole thing is like
There's
it's a
7
big
chakras.
universal golden means, right? You know, there's a big golden unifying everything. You know, the Fibonacci, this, that. You know, everything is mathematically, you know, perfect. What were we just talking about?
You were trying to throw chakras in our
Ah, yes.
stew.
Okay, well,
Rum chakras. Rum chakra.
Oh.
That's rum chata.
Whatever.
yeah, dude, we're gonna run off our rum chakras tonight. Regardless, yeah, no.
That it
just
opens
having-
up your chakra.
But there's different hertz per chakra. You know, like you got your head chakra, that's tuned to a certain frequency. Everything. So if you
But
have
isn't
it,
that how chakras are? They're just always like your third eye chakra corresponds to like they
Yeah.
even do it with like rocks. They're just like, oh yeah, this metamorphic rock is to
Can
the
help
heart.
channel your chakras
Yeah,
deeper.
this
and
is
help
your
you
mind
get
chakra.
pushed through to a later gate.
around my neck.
Hey man,
Now that I've wrapped 16 layers of copper wire over it, it can more better channel my third chakra
Right.
so I can further advance towards the fourth layer.
there's always that association between. I don't know how chakras work honestly, but I know that what I understand is like the different levels can correspond to different things, and those are associated to like moods and whatnot and all that stuff, right? We need a specialist in here who knows chakra
No,
science.
we don't need some freaking Yahoo.
I was about to say.
I thought Pat knows about the chakras. That's why.
We will need someone who will literally make my eyes roll away.
Well, see, but that's the thing is that it uses frequency to tune your natural harmonic thing.
But how do you even measure that, man? How do you even
how do you
just
Now I'm
based
just imagining
on somebody?
Goebbels
Hey,
and Hitler
well,
sitting
that's
around
one of
with
those
like
things that-
worry stones. Oh, it will make you feel better at the end of the month.
That's why you get a
Even
lot
if
of
the war doesn't go well.
a lot of Zen music or that Buddhist stuff.
Right.
They always have those bowls, and they're always like have that certain like their C bowl or their A bowl that's tuned to a certain like frequency, and that's supposed to snap you into or get
Their
you into those.
Wusa bowl.
No, it's definitely like a.
I think you're thinking of a wasabi bowl.
They're just very ornate.
No, I
metal
meant you go
bowls.
ding.
Yeah, they're fun.
Like what you do with like crystal glasses or whatever with water.
Now, lead more credence to the fact that 440, or there could be some nefarious things behind the frequencies of your sound. Would be what happened a few years back in, I believe, 2018, when Cuba was thought to have utilized infrasonic weapons against American people in the embassies. You guys remember this at all?
No.
There was people getting sick and having like really strange effects, and they think that it was used like an infrasonic weapon that was utilized.
Well, isn't that what a freaking what the hell is it called?
The brown note.
Makes you shit.
Yeah.
I missed that headline. Cuba blasts brown note. Embassy peoples.
Yeah.
Soil themselves.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Well, let's
Like in Hot Rods.
from the New York Times.
I was thinking South Park, but yeah.
That is
It's
the
like, that
Soiled
didn't
seats
work.
on international soil.
go
Infrasound
home
causes shit.
that is the brown note, right?
Yeah,
That one,
yeah.
yeah. But okay, so the New York Times: microwave weapons are prime suspect in ills of U.S. embassy workers.
EMP.
Doctors and scientists say microwave strikes may have caused sonic delusions and very real brain damage along embassy staff and family members. This is
And
back
that's why they tell you not to
2016.
put your head in the microwave.
But it's
Look
like,
at me,
yeah,
I'm
no, it says
fine.
like
I
how
do
an
that.
alleged sonic attack shaped the U.S. policy on Cuba. So, despite maybe the fact that like maybe 440 has no actual, I think that it might be a big thing with the kind of like conspiratorial like anti-authoritarian things when people are like, no, we're standardizing this tuning. It must be for some backwater, like some fucked up reason so we can control the masses, or they're
It's
not.
not like it's instilled. It's not like you can't tune it different.
Well, yeah,
Nobody's telling you
yeah.
you can.
Right, because it's only, but it's just like it's what's pushed by the the narrative and the
Who?
media and everybody who wants it. The Western world wants
shadow
Who
it.
the
government.
fuck has ever been like, you're going to make your music at 440 hertz?
Well, every single one of your, I mean, I'm pretty sure everything that you've ever listened to, like, it's put out.
It's
by
like
a
auto
major-
tune to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin Townsend has done albums specifically in weird tunings. A lot of classical
Prove
music.
it. Where's that? I want evidence.
The Empath album is
Yeah.
in different tunings.
Different tunings or different hertz frequencies?
Like he's using, because
So he tuned it. tuned it
in
to
my
what?
research here, we talk about scientific tuning, which is the actual tuning for 432, which is just based on an even octave ratio between each
See,
of the
and
keys.
even is good, odd is bad.
I mean, it's the same even split as from 440. It just lands on nice even octaves instead of being like point blah 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 hertz.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've heard
Because
that.
it's the same musical scale. Like, it's still music. It's just in a slightly different hertz tuning.
Well, and what I've heard is that like at 432, the frequency is that like it just doesn't sound like it's tuned. Like that's why a lot of people don't use it, because it sounds like it's off key.
Well, how about this? You guys want to have a little test, or
Yes.
Rooney?
Oh.
All right.
A testeroo.
Yeah.
Is this room soundproof? I can tell by the padding.
I really tried to make it. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna just play
It's
you
coming
guys.
through my headphone.
Is it gonna come through
It's
here?
not.
No.
You don't hear it? It's coming through my headphone.
Oh,
You get
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse's already feeling positive. Look at him. He's
Nah, it's
smiling a lot.
Now this one you'll actually want
Look
to
at
take.
Austin.
Different.
You're gonna have to take out your headphones for this one. Unfortunately, I have it right here. But so you guys are gonna. This
Oh, I
is
Stop
hear
gonna
it.
playing
be.
that shit.
All right. So I'm not gonna tell you
It
what
just
this
sounds
is.
like your TV's on static or something.
He didn't do anything. He hasn't turned anything
It's just
on.
that was something else.
Oh, really?
Wait, is there something? Is there something
Yeah,
else?
there's like feedback, like a humming.
Is it still going?
Yeah, I can slightly hear
Oh
it.
God,
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
there a little bit.
really?
He's trying to mess with us. He's gonna take advantage of us and strip us down naked.
What the?
Do you not
Nobody
remember that
wants
just
that.
happened? Right? We're just coming back from that.
That was the last podcast. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
I
We
wasn't here.
did prep and abduction.
You're gonna listen to this podcast and be like, "Why is there like an hour and a half missing?"
He's
Of
got
time.
missing time.
Right when he said he was gonna play that
We've
frequency.
installed mental blocks in Jesse's head. Now he can't remember. It's just fog.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I want
Oh
to
yeah, here, wait, yeah, no, give us our binaural beats or
All right.
whatever.
Yeah, this is gonna be. So
Take
I'm
your
not gonna tell
protection
you
off.
Which one sounds better? So these are gonna both be played the note of
What kind of
A,
music is this?
just the note of A.
Are these some bangers?
Yes, these
Let
are
me-
some bangers.
Prepare yourself. It's a note. So this is all the octave or all the notes in a certain frequency. You listen closely.
Someone blow drying their hair.
That's just it's a terrible microphone, I think. All right, so that's one. How'd that sound? How do you like that?
Sounded fun.
That sounded like
Yeah.
music.
It sounded like, that's like my response to everything, man.
All right, you guys ready for this one? I'll get an actual song, and then we'll just like
Oh
only
no,
play
now
like
I get it.
What do you
It
It
get?
has a transatlantic accent.
what?
What?
You let it keep going, and it's gonna turn into like a Billie Holiday song.
Is it?
No.
I'm gonna got a YouTuber here that'll probably pop up in the show notes for you guys, but he'll just be playing a couple licks from different songs in different tunings, and let's see if you guys can tell which one you like better. I'm gonna play one, and then I'll play another. Oh, hold on. Sorry, there's gonna be an ad real fast. Let me just.
Is that it? Is that part of it?
This is the ad. I have to wait.
I like this.
This is a good song. Yeah. Now.
Here's the lick. Here's the lick now.
Is he wearing pointy-toed leather shoes?
She's wearing leather shoes, but not pointy.
Okay.
Kind of rounded.
Okay.
Definitely work boots though. All right, but that's one. Now we're gonna play the other frequency.
That's 432, right?
My chakras are opening.
Which one do you feel? Huh? What
I
do you
don't
think?
fucking know.
I like them both.
Yeah.
But that's 432, right?
How do you know?
Because it sounds off.
Yeah.
Not really.
Like off key from the first one?
Oh.
Yeah. So the first one was 440.
Yeah.
This is 432. So that's good ear there.
Oh, it's because I did my research, man. But yeah, to say that I feel like awakened.
Yeah, to say that I felt any different? No, it did sound just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Sounds
sounded
like
like it was
As
like
you would hope.
But
not hitting as hard
Yeah.
instruments.
It's not as high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
but
it were
it's
like on a headphone, you know, like at the high end would have been lower on the 432. It would have been like more flat.
yeah.
So maybe 432 is better for reference and 440 is better for recording.
I don't know, because I would have to agree that I think that 440, maybe it's just because I've heard it more, but I definitely was like, oh, that feels more like full. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
sounds more complete, or it sounds
The
like
highs feel crispy.
Like it's hard to
If
tell
you
because
never
you have
heard
to.
the other one, you would have no fucking idea.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's the big part. But and I'm going to show you guys one more thing because this is just cool, and obviously everybody likes fucking cool videos. But like
up with
the
like
power,
some house trance
the-
beats
no.
and 432
House,
and
House MD,
440.
good show.
more or less, this is just like crazy awesome, like the magic or the
Oh,
sacred
Nicholas
geometry of fucking.
He made this? Damn.
He
I
made
didn't
the
know.
cars.
Dude, he was way ahead of his time.
He's making cars, beats.
Y'all are hilarious. But essentially,
It's
just like the
Elon
power
Tesla,
of.
you idiot.
Look, his friend, Elon Tesla.
Elon Tuskla.
But yeah, I'll put this video in the show
Oh
notes.
yeah, I like this. When they do
yes.
that.
But just like
I love these where people
I
try
do
and
too.
argue that the shapes are more or less appropriate for the Fibonacci sequence.
oh really?
It's
I don't know
pretty
about
crazy how it actually puts it in a
yeah, like
design though.
It's because it's
But
waves,
that
bro.
makes sense though, in a sense, you know, like.
It's neat.
but how geometric that sounds really are. I don't know. It's just.
But
like
that's how
weird.
life is. Like
Yeah.
it's
It's
plants
waves.
and like flowers, they grow to have symmetry in their shapes.
Which I think is why I think that people would
You can do
tend
this
to
with your
put so much
TI-85.
more substance.
You just change
to
the
type of
number
things
on
that have,
the
you know, like, 'cause if
sign
you look
a
at
few
that, you're
times.
like, there is a god.
Right.
Essentially, I mean, like, what am I?
Well, I mean, and if you look at it, it can have a mathematical approach that is just like hitting certain waves
Yeah.
that are just going to form those certain patterns. Like even in mathematical equations,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
see
You can
patterns.
do this on your TI-85 without the sand. It's not as cool because the sand goes, but you could have it slowly
But yeah,
plot the whole thing out if you put in the right function.
that'll be probably up on the show notes.
Well, and I was watching one video that was talking about how they make a reference to this 432 having like references in biblical times, and that's like how Moses sent messages across the sea or something
I
like
can find
that.
no reference to that.
yeah, I didn't.
I mean, that's what they were talking about. They were
I
just,
mean-
like, in a biblical sense, they were just saying that, like, that's how these messages were delivered across water because
Is that how
the
it's split the
hurts.
sea?
Yeah, stuff like that. So, and they say that for the video I watched, it was saying that 432 has ties to the occult gateway, if you will.
Oh no, that's probably
430.
what's in the Voyager's book waiting ahead.
Because that was the funny thing is I never found anything negative ever really associated with 432. Anything that was like ever negative was the fact that people decided that they're like 440 is gonna, you know.
Well, and it wasn't saying it was in a negative way. It was just saying in like that it's a way to open a frequency to your mind, to the universe, that, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's what it was saying. It was like
Yeah,
on the
okay.
positive, but it was just saying that these messages from God were delivered across the,
From whatever.
the river on this
You
frequency.
watched more exciting things than I did.
Dude, I didn't even watch. I just find these things. I'm just like, this will do.
Good. I was gonna say how it sells. What else you got in your book there?
Well, my first reference I managed to find was The History of Musical Pitch, which is a paper from the 1800s. A man went around the world and was just like, how are people doing pitches for their orchestral suites? And he just took note of it. And there's like 40 common tunings between 300 and 500 that were just, the world was using. The French preferred stuff around 432. Bach used 415 a few times. 440 was fairly common, so was 435, 438. Like, it was just, who the hell cares? People were just trying shit. It was all preference. Then Schumann and his resonances in the late 1800s to early 1900s. And all of that we've already talked about. Standard frequency formula, which explains even the frequencies that aren't as perfectly symmetrically octaved or whatever, they still fit in that formula, so they're all mathematically sound.
Wait, symmetrically octaval.
I mean,
Just like-
you're
just like-
talking about it being the perfect natural whatever. I mean, they're all that. Just some of them end up mathematically being like, look, flat number, baby. And some of them are, look, the same gap between numbers, but it's got points.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any evidence of Goebbels ever talking about it or any sort of mind control. And then Verdi tuning was the thing that
Yeah, I
people
saw that
started calling, what was it, the Schiller Institute?
Well, yeah, because there's
Which
three.
all I could find about them is that they're a school, and recently they've been having anti-Semitic problems.
Just like, we don't need to talk
Not,
about that. Right?
not to discredit
wait,
them.
hold on.
Not to discredit
That
them, but
might-
apparently
that-
they're a little controversial.
That's where
right
the
now.
440 comes in, and Goebbels is just like, yes.
But that was in the 1980s when they started doing that.
Hey, dude, Nazis had to go somewhere.
True.
Mostly Brazil.
Well, I mean, okay, so
Argentina.
I
That's the
think
one.
I don't know. There's kind of, I feel like there's
It's all South America to me.
Yeah.
there's some
Jeez, okay, keep
you're-
going.
yeah.
whoa.
Okay.
I think that I don't know, like just basing it and trying to relate it to like light and light being waves and all that stuff. Like I think there is just something that is attractive about like wave, because wave, I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff there that seems almost mysterious, you know?
Yeah.
And like Tesla himself was always just like, secrets to the universe are understood in frequencies and vibrations and whatnot.
And yeah,
So I mean, I don't know.
Thank goodness it put that quote up a second.
well, that's why, because I think, yeah, like, well, once I'm going to throw back to, like, way back in the day, I watched a documentary, right? And it was about ancient, like, Coptic priests in, like, Egypt. And the whole thing was that about, like, that these guys could, like, they could, like, take care of you by, you would lay on this thing, and there would be, like,
esoteric wave healing.
no, yeah, it was something, and they would, like, tune these frequencies through the parts of your body.
People doing that with magic wands nowadays.
Oh,
they go,
wow.
"Ah."
Hey, man,
Yeah,
and
and
then they heal your spine with whiplashes of magical energy. And then you orgasm on the
but,
table. In
you
front
know,
of
it was
people
something
who
to
pay
do
too
with
much.
the fact that
Listen,
they
I don't
could,
know
like,
what kind of massages you're getting, man.
Dude, I'll show you this video and you'll be like, oh my god, people are paying money for that.
but they would align their chakras, or they would align
Snake oil
their
pills.
sound frequencies of their entire body, and then they would be better. Yeah.
But I mean, okay, but how much of that is just like, I'm going into the mindset that this person says that they're going to heal me, and that, you know, this is-
Placebo.
yeah, it's like something I don't understand.
It could be.
How
But
much
then
is
again, the other thing that light and, you know, frequency and all these things are still tied to, like, I shouldn't say that I think that, you know, you can immediately cure cancer. It's like, you know, you throw back, you know, like some
Snake oil.
snake oil and it works immediately, but it's something that's like,
Give me a
if
glass
you
of
have,
that 432.
Like,
Right.
it's like having trace amounts of lead in your water all the time, you know? It's like, over time, that's going to fuck you up. But
Well,
like,
and I mean, maybe it's as simple as like, you know how like for shock therapy, sometimes it could heal certain things about you. Like, I forgot what it was. I don't know.
They
You
just
could-
scrambled your brain.
No, there's that, but then there was like, I think it was people who were having like seizures or something, and they would give them shock therapy, and it would like heal them for a second. It like resets the brain. It would. I don't remember if it was seizures, but it was something, and they would shock their head.
Scaring the seizures right
There's-
out of them.
there's something too, yeah, like, I know what
Put the fear
I've
of
never
God
heard
in
about
you.
Well, it like resets the brain, man. It's like hitting a hard
Yeah,
reset
it's
where
like
it's just
when you
like,
jump your car.
and maybe, yeah,
Yeah, man, you just came over, you attached the cables to the head, and then you
Years.
turned it over.
yeah.
fried, straight
Sure you're wearing
fried.
earrings.
Fixed.
Well, and maybe that's what like the frequency's doing,
That's
man.
what the hoops are for.
Maybe it's like shaking just the right amount of brain fluid in your head to mix it up a little and just be like, okay, I feel refreshed.
No, have
Yeah.
you ever been like
Well-
legitly shocked?
By like electricity,
Yeah.
Never by a 432 hertz.
like by a battery, like a 9-volt battery, yeah, on my
that's
tongue.
nothing.
Oh, that's
That's nothing.
That's first grade.
Jesse's over here like, I've been putting forks in sockets for years.
I got
Dude.
electrocuted by my washer. I was
really?
stuck to it.
Your washer?
oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh, that's pretty intense. I never had anything happen like that. But you know when you
And
used
you
to have
feel
those.
weird after that happens.
I'm
For
sure you do.
And Jesse was never the same.
You were never
That
meant
explains
to be
a lot.
conduit.
Dude,
Dude, do you ever think that maybe you died that day and this is all part of your like brain just misfiring and you're not to freak you out?
Bro, play some 432 hertz.
yeah, dude, we gotta bring them back. 432 and
Did you guys like use some DMT before I got here?
I don't know. Patrick showed me this Joe Rogan clip, and next thing I
Have you
know,
ever done DMT?
Whoa.
Well, boys, what are we thinking? How are we thinking about that?
I don't think it has like it doesn't mess with your head if it's just in the tuning preference to a song.
If it's at 180 decibels and it's focused near me, yeah, maybe. But I don't think 432 is going to do anything more than 440. I don't think the Nazis did anything with it.
They could have. They were tricky efforts.
I mean, I think
I think
maybe
we just attribute way too much scientific advancement to the Nazis.
Well, we
You
got
should just like
NASA
stop
from
giving them so
Nazis.
much credit, really.
Like they
Whoa, NASA came from the Nazis.
were. No, just a lot of their good technology.
Well,
Was that
yeah.
included in the Louisiana Purchase? Is that a bundle
That was a
deal?
little before that time.
Was that a bundle deal?
Oh my god.
Okay, Nazis. We're buying this from the French, but hey.
I mean, to like make a comment on that point, I think if they were doing like the 432, the Nazis were, I'm sure they were doing something else to
With it,
add
yeah.
on to it
Dude,
to
they were
be
probably
like,
putting you like in a room, closed off, blasting that
Yeah.
frequency.
They were trying to see if they could kill people with sound.
They could have
That-
done
that's
a number of
easy.
things. They could have like put them in a soundproof room,
Yeah,
and then
that's
they
what
could
I'm
have just
saying,
like gone crazy themselves
it's
before
like
they even
not
heard
even,
the tune.
It doesn't have to be. You could play it at any of the hertz, and it would have still been
Exactly.
like, what the?
Yeah.
So I mean, the Nazis did some shady stuff. So
Yeah. So maybe the conspiracy that 440 is meant to scramble your brain and make you go crazy might not be so bad. But what about 432? You think that maybe there's something good in there?
I don't think it's any better
Sacred
than anything
geometry,
other ones. No.
Sacred math.
no,
No.
I think
Also
that's just
sacred
coincidence
I
with
think
like
that's coincidence, too.
nature. Nature favors
Your
that.
sacred math could be like the fifth derivatives
But, I mean,
of certain
nature,
integrated
sacred,
things, and it's like, oh yes,
would
it
that not
matches
make
perfectly.
the fact that sound or certain sounds can be more harmonious and natural than others?
Well, I think humans
that's
just like to
true.
find the pattern and stuff, and it's all coincidence. So they'll just be like, "Oh my god," like there is a coincidence here, and
Yeah.
like that's what they like that they're drawn to.
Driven, or yeah,
We've established all of these rules for math and sound and physics, and now we're looking for patterns to explain things we can't.
It's like the face on Mars, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we want to recognize faces and things. So that's
Yeah,
why
the-
people are just like, I saw an entity and I saw its face, and
yeah,
it's just
Jesus
like,
and a Cheeto.
All the
right, exactly, or like Jesus everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
piece of bread. So it's just
side of a moldy hole.
Well, boys, that sounds good. We did it.
Once again,
Take us to Timbuktu now.